Well, hello again, everybody. As you can see, I got the Seadoo again hooked up to the truck in the yard, just ready to pull out this morning. Up nice and early with the sun this morning, and on the road shortly. We're going to be heading up to Lake Muskoka today, to Gravenhurst, and launching from there and riding Lake Muskoka, and it is going to be a hot one. We've got a heat warning in effect for Southern Ontario for the next several days, so we're going to be into the mid-30s today. So it's going to be a good day, I think, to be out on the water. Got everything just about loaded up here. Going to meet a couple of guys up there once I get up there. Got the Seadoo in tow. Don't think I'll bother putting the cover on it today. It's not dusty, it's all pavement all the way up, so it should be fine. Everything's hooked up, ready to go. We'll see you up at Gravenhurst, Lake Muskoka in just a bit. Well, I think the first order of business before we get too far down the road is we got to stop and pick ourselves up a coffee this morning for the road. Okay, we've got our Tim's coffee and we are set for the road. Let's go. Well, the GPS is telling me it's about an hour and a half to get up there. So an hour and a half from where I live to the launch point at Gravenhurst. Not too bad. Most of this is on the highway. There's just that last little bit when you head in off the highway down to the launch point. But it's a good launch there. A couple of other guys are going to meet us up there. I think one guy's got a brand new top-of-the-line Yamaha. Is it SVOH or something like that? I can't remember what their designation is for their top-of-the-line personal watercraft, but I think he takes possession, and it may be his first ride today, so we'll get a look at that out on the water today. I'm sure he's pretty excited today. Okay, we'll see you up there in just a bit. We got a little lineup today. Well, yeah. There's several people in line to get in here. Not sure if the guy ahead of you wants to get in. You backing in? No? Okay. Well, always nice to meet a subscriber on the water. He says he watches the channel all the time. And he remembers the last time I was here when I sucked up the rope. This is the place that the rope got sucked up, right out there. So that's not going to happen today. I'm going to be a lot more careful with that today. So let me get some gear loaded in here and let's get this thing loaded up. Okay, water shoes, video equipment. Let's put this up here. And what else do we need? We're going to need more cameras. The drone, bring in the Seadoo drone today. I haven't flown that drone in quite a while, but I'm going to bring it along today. This is the autonomous kind of drone that sort of flies on its own. I'm really leery and nervous about this drone because I crashed it the very first time I used it, had it replaced, and now I'm going to bring it along again. I haven't used it much, but I kind of looking at it in the basement saying, if I'm not going to bring it out and use it, then what's the point of having it? So I'm bringing it with me today. I'll show it to you once we get it all out of the case later on. And let's not forget the life jacket. Let's get these straps undone. And two plugs are in. That's good. Life jacket's on board. Okay, I think we're ready to back her in. So here it is, folks. Here it is, the brand new. Have you had it in the water yet, or is this first time? You have been out?
I got an hour to go.
And what, on break-in?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been out for a bit already?
A little bit. I went out on Monday with Jeff.
Are you loving it?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the brand new Yamaha, top-of-the-line Yamaha.
Whoa. There.
And it's still in the break-in period.
Got an hour to go.
Look how the seat sort of sits up higher in the back. It's not level, it's another step up for the back seat. So I think the first order of business today is I got to get some suntan lotion on because it is going to be probably, with the humidity today, mid-30s out there. So it's going to be hot, sticky, and lots of UV rays. So I got to get some suntan lotion on here quick, and then I like to get it on and then wash it off my hands, and before I touch all the Seadoo, handlebars and stuff, get it off your hands so it's not making marks on the machine. Wow, it is hot already. Just feel the heat. Got the suntan lotion on now. Got the headband on, so that'll kind of protect the forehead a little bit. The other guys are pretty much all in the water, just waiting for Scott and his new Yamaha to get in the water and get ready. Well, he's in the water just to get organized and get out here. And then we'll head out a little bit and once we get a little wind blowing on us, things should cool down a bit. So I think the count for today is 4 machines. Greg, Peter, Scott, and myself. 4 machines. Last time I was with the Seadoo Tours group, we had 10 machines on the water. That was a lot of machines, probably one of the biggest groups we've had in the last few years. So today with 4 machines, it's going to be a lot more manageable out there. I think we'll go on each side of this guy. I don't know if we've gone down this way before. We're gonna head down through this passage here, which is just out around this other little island here. Yeah, we've been down this way before because I recognize that cottage up on the hill there with a nice boathouse down on the water. And look at that flag, just hanging straight down. Nice little A-frame. Looks like one of those Viceroy cabins, homes. I'm noticing that a lot of the pollen stuff that I was seeing earlier on in the summer seems to be gone now. I haven't seen any on the water today yet. These are some of the older cottages around the lake. And then there's a new one. Is it 172 or is it a 185? I'm not sure. Just get a shot of them here. There are people who've got planes on the lake, but you don't see them all the time. Got to get a shot of this for you. Canada Day was just a few days ago. Probably not from the time you're watching this video, but from the time I'm out here. Look at this. Somebody put a great big Canadian flag up there. Hung it up between those trees. That's kind of cool. Haven't really been up Muskoka on this side of the lake before. We're running up the east side of the lake. Always sort of gone up on the other side of the lake, so this is a little different. Another little marina here. I don't think I've ever been up on this side of the lake. No. Which marina is this?
This is usually open for breakfast and afternoon.
Oh. Greg says this is usually open for breakfast and stuff, but not right now. Well, the water's certainly warm enough to swim today. I thought we were gonna swim. I thought we were gonna find a spot, but Greg keeps going around and around, and I don't know what the heck the plan is, whether we're gonna find a spot to swim or not. Should go for a swim. That might be a spot that just tie up right in here. All right, I think the Seadoo will be fine right there. I can get in the water for a little bit of a swim. Ooh. Lunch is going to be right down there, so almost at the lunch spot. Ooh, that feels good. Ah, yeah. I actually don't have it tied to anything. It's just floating there. It'll be fine. I'm not going far from it. And the nice thing, you can just walk out on the sand here. I don't have to climb back on the ladder to get back on the Seadoo. I can just climb back on it right from the land. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, I've shown this place a number of times in some of the past videos. This is Turtle Jack's at Port Carling, and this is going to be the spot we're going to stop for lunch. It's a pretty good lunch, and they've got a good tie-up facility here for Seadoo, so that's what we're going to do. I think I'll tie up right up front here. I think the water level has dropped since the last time I was out here, because I was able to park right along that wharf here before, no problem. The Seadoo was staying up high enough on the sideboards, it wasn't sliding underneath the dock, but now the water level's dropped. Seadoo wants to go underneath the dock. Not good. Turtle Jack's right here. Yeah, it's busy in here today. Well, it is lunchtime, it is noon, so expect it to be busy.
There he is. Look at the devil.
The rest is coming out.
Okay, bacon burger.
Bacon burger. Hey, deduct that fry. That fell on the floor. Deduct that one.
Get you the half a cent for it.
Okay.
Wings?
Wait.
Or tenders or whatever it is?
All right, bacon cheeseburger with some fries, ketchup. We got the condiments. We are set. What did you order?
I ordered the classic burger with potato fries.
Okay.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good. Turtle Jack's, Port Carling. Okay, so that is lunch at Turtle Jack's. We're just going to head back down to the machines. I got to change batteries, make a few adjustments with the cameras. So I'm going to get down there a couple minutes before the other guys do and do what I got to do, so I'm not holding everybody up. So once in a while, you're out on the water and you actually get recognized by some guys who have watched the Yukon Bob Seadoo channel. These gents just came up to say hello, and we're at Turtle Jack's here in Port Carling, and they've got a cottage on the lake somewhere. So they saw me go by earlier today and said, hey, we think we know that guy.
And we did.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you guys came and said hi.
All right.
All right, take care, guys.
Have a great day.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Okay, I think I got everything pretty much stored away again, and switched sunglasses, put the red ones on. These brighten things up a little bit more, so that'll be good for a while. Just something for a bit of a change. Doesn't match the headband, but it'll work. Anyway, nice to see these guys who watch the channel. And if you watch the channel and you've got anything to say, please leave a comment down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from people. So if you've got anything you'd like to add about the video, or any suggestions for places to go or things like that, just leave a comment down below. I read them all. That's a martin or a mink. Oh, there he goes over there. Haven't seen one of those on the water before. I thought it was a snake at first, but the way it was propelling itself didn't look like that. So that was either a mink or a martin, a weasel. Not exactly sure, something like that. think this little narrow body of water here is called the Indian River. And we just saw a really beautiful spot over there with a nice sandy beach along the shoreline. That would be a great swimming hole. So we'll remember that for next time when we come back. We won't have to just swim off the Seadoo. We can actually park the Seadoo on the sand there. There's enough room for quite a few Seadoos, and we can just have a good swim there. Have to keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the cutting off point from the bigger Muskoka Lake, cutting across a little channel to get over to Bala. Bala is a place in Muskoka, in Ontario, that is famous for cranberries. They grow a lot of cranberries there. It's the cranberry, I think, capital of Ontario, and maybe of Canada. And I guess that's a fall crop, I think, and they harvest. Have you ever seen them harvest cranberries? They kind of harvest them in these great big pools, and they have these machines that just kind of sweep them up off the water and bring them out of the water that way. So it's kind of a neat process to see. We've got a paddle boarder here. We'll just take it nice and slow and go by her. We don't want to make too much wake for her. And then we head into Bala, and the best thing about Bala is there's an ice cream shop there. Great ice cream. I think that's still in operation today. I think so. This must head down to a little bit of a river down here. It's probably CN Rail Line, Canadian National. I'm a little old for that. But when we put this in slow motion, it'll look great. One more. All clear. Wow, a white one. Haven't seen a white one. Very cool. There's kind of a mermaid thing off the top of that cabin, that cottage. And I said, Greg, you're the only guy who could spot a pair of breasts from 50,000 yards away. And he saw it. Now they're wooden, but what the heck? It is a pair of breasts. You got all the toys. Hey, pup, hey, pup. There may be one back there, Peter. It's a little tight. It's just a nice day. Everybody's out on the water today. All right, let's get the life jacket off, get the wallet, and go find some ice cream. That looks like a good chair to park until these guys find a parking spot. Well, this is one of those situations where you've just got to say, I trust my fellow Canadian, because there's a lot of money sitting in there in video gear. Cameras are all hooked up to the Seadoo, and we got to walk a ways up in the road and across and leave all of that stuff just sitting there. There's no way to lock it. So you got to put your trust in your fellow human being sometime and just say, I hope it's all there when I get back, because there's not much else I can do about it. So, Greg, what did he say? It's a $600 fine for jumping off this bridge?
Yep. What he said.
Because people like to jump off it and go into the water here, I guess. So if you get caught doing that, that's a pretty big fine.
Strong current.
Yeah, we'll jump off with a life jacket.
Get killed.
actually caught the train. First time I've seen the train go by there. It's a long one. Building up there right beside the green one, that's the ice cream shop. So it's not that far away, just a little bit of a walk. And there's kind of a retro feel in here. Kind of old world. Would you say that there's a Coca-Cola theme going on here?
Not right now because we're missing some, but 32.
32 normally is the number of flavors that they have. They're down a few. How is it, guys?
All right, buddy. Good. So
Good.
that's my chocolate, half a scoop, and half a scoop of the tiger tail.
Here's their premium.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks to Peter for covering the cost of all the ice cream.
Thanks, Peter.
Appreciate it, Peter.
no problem.
Very nice of you.
Love doing it.
Well, it has indeed turned out to be the 30, 35 degree day that they were predicting today. It's been a hot day on the water. And I think that we're going to wrap it up here in Bala, guys, for this Yukon Bob Seadoo adventure. Thanks very much for coming along. It was a ride on the Muskoka Lake today, up to Port Carling, lunch there at Port Carling, and then over to Bala for ice cream. And I think we'll just wrap things up here, put all the camera gear, and I can have a nice, long, pleasant ride back home without dealing with all this camera stuff. And I can actually keep up with the group. So thanks for coming along on this one. We'll see you guys out on the water on the next one. Stay safe on the water. We'll see you next time.